Well, welcome again uh, to the introduction to grade class. It's uh, Monday, and hope to have this video up shortly. Uh, I'm just looking a last minute look at the module, and I'm a little bit concerned about how you're going to react to the week 4 assignment, the quiz 5 and quiz 7. So I'm going to actually take a peek into each of those, and I want to clarify what I'm looking for. It seems that it's a little bit vague, so this may take a minute, but I want to be sure you're understanding of what we're doing here. So I'm going to open this because it has some instructions leading up to the video. It doesn't have the video yet. Uh, just has the instructions right now. So let me just click on this clarification link here. So in the week 4 assignment, the video I'm going to put in there, which will be in there by the time you see this, it's to ensure that you understand what in the world I want you to do. You may recall in the slope staking class, you were shown how to maintain a vertical distance of 4 feet stake to stake after setting the first stake above toe. So here it's the paraphrasing the directions. It's just what I have in my mind is to accomplish this, you need to determine the highest multiple of 4, like 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, etc. So determine the highest multiple of 4 that can be subtracted from the total fill of the slope. And the total fill of the slope may be 15 and 8 tenths. And the ratio may be 1.5 to 1. All of those things are important. So here's my, for instance, the same thing. The total fill of 15 and 8 tenths feet would be the highest multiple of 4 that can be subtracted from 15 and 8 tenths is 12, leaving your vertical to the first stake above toe at 3.8 feet. So thinking about, well, to find the horizontal, after knowing that, your vertical, to find the horizontal, go back to those circles and that are calculating the slope variable and multiply, as it says in that circle, the vertical, which now is 3.8 times the slope. For examples, for example, 1.5. 1.5 to 1 is the ratio in this one. Well, your horizontal is going to be 5.7. And that happens to be one of the questions in the assignment. But I just decided to use something that when you came to, you would be uh, familiar. Now, I want to get back out. I want to go into the assignment itself. I probably could do that. And I'm just in the habit of going back to the modules. Bear with me on my habits. I have to maintain a comfort zone. Here is the week 4 assignment. Now, the, I guess pretty good directions determine the horizontal and the vertical distance for your first stake above toe using the greatest practical dimensions. In other words, that's the highest multiple of 4 that can be subtracted to the total fill. Use only a 4-foot vertical dimension above the first stake. Now look at this number 2. I do not know where number 1 is, and I don't know what happened to it, but that's going to be okay. No, uh, number 1 I have completed, but no worries. We won't count that wrong. But you can see that let's take this first one. What's going to go here? Well, we got to figure that out. This is the first stake above above toe, and we need to get rid of it because it's the oddball. It's not gonna. Rarely will it ever start out with four. It's just that most stakes on the total fill, which is you're looking at here, you're looking at here, you're looking at here. This is the total fill, and just most of the time, it's not going to be a perfect multiple of four. You know, this will rarely be eight. I mean, and then if it is, you're done. You know, that'll be an easy one. Uh, so look at this one, and what's the highest multiple of four that can be subtracted from that 7.6? Well, it's the highest multiple of four is four that can be subtracted from this. So that leaves your vertical at 3.6. And you take that vertical, and according to the circles, you would multiply that times the slope ratio, and that would give you a horizontal distance of 7.6. So here's what I want you to do. I just want you to draw a little dimension line. I don't have one I can show you, I don't think. From here, you know, like here to here. This one you're going to have, what did I say? You're going to have 7.6. This one you're going to have 3.8. That's the only time I want you to do that. On the rest of these, now you've gotten rid of the, when I do skip stakes, yes, you've gotten rid of this oddness here when you subtracted the highest multiple of 4, which was 3.6, and leaving you a horizontal of 7.2. So that's done. Now, the rest of these, if I take this 7.6 fill and I subtract 3 excuse me, if I take 7.6 and I subtract 3.6 where this vertical is here, I'm going to be left, what goes in here is going to be 4 feet. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because that's the top. It's going to be filled 4 feet at 2 to 1. That's all that goes in there. Look down here. Highest multiple of 4 that can be subtracted from 22.4. Let me see if I have that worked out. Only one that I didn't work out. Okay. Highest multiple of 4 that can be subtracted to from 22.4 is what? 12. So, I'm sorry, it's not 12, it's 20. I'm sorry. So that leaves 2.4 as a vertical right here. All right, and we have a 2 to 1. So if I have a 2.4 vertical, I'll multiply that times 2.1 and I get a horizontal of 4.8. Now bear with me, and I'm going to see if I can't switch cameras here. You know how that goes. It's all luck with me. But I want to show you this a little bit clearer, what I'm really wanting as answers. Give me just a second. Well, that's not what I want. but this is. And I think we can get the whole ball of wax in there. This will help out. I happen to have this one filled out for my answer sheet. Let's start here. The total fill is 22 and 4/10 to the top. Okay, you're gonna, for number 3, your answers are gonna be A, right here. And I'm saying this because you won't have a place, I don't think, to submit this. You will have to write it on paper, take a picture, and upload it. I feel like that may be it. But if you have a text box, the answer for number 3 question will have an A answer, a B answer, a C answer, a D answer, and an E answer. So let's go through those. I'm going to repeat myself. Highest multiple of 4 that can be subtracted from 22 and 4/10 is 20. That leaves the vertical of 2.4. Okay, now go back to the circles in your mind. When we have a vertical and we have a slope, that those circles tell us to multiply the vertical, whether it be fill or cut, in this case, fill, multiply the vertical times the ratio 2 to 1, and that's going to give you the horizontal. Because remember, the slope equals the horizontal divided by the cut, by the vertical. And in the circle form, it's going to be like this. Right? So here we have the total fill of 22.4. The highest multiple that can be subtracted from that is 20, and that leaves us with a vertical of 2.4. So the vertical goes here, horizontal here, slope here, vertical here. So we put our vertical in here, 2.4. We put our slope ratio here, 1.5. And to get the horizontal, it tells us to multiply 1.5 by 2.4. And as you can see over here, that's going to be, right here, that's going to be, your horizontal is going to be 4.8. So this is what will go in A. Now, also, since we took 12 away here, and this first field is 2.4, what is going to be, what is it going to take to get us the rest of the way up? The whole field is 22.4. We took away 2.4, so there's a field of 20 needed to take us all the way up. Now, just for practice, for real stakes, you would have 20 at 2 to 1. Now, if I have 20 here to get the rest of the way up, what am I going to have to get the rest of the way up? If it's field 20 here, and it's going to be field 16 from here, because I'm going to take away another 4 feet right here when I do my calculations. It's going to be 4 feet, 4 feet, 4 feet. So we're subtracting 4 feet every time we move up this slope. That was the intention in the whole beginning. You may recall from that slope stake video where it was just was a slope. Oh gosh, all of it was stake to stake was 4 feet. right? And if it's 2 to 1, it's going to be 8 foot, 4 feet, right? 4 feet vertical, 8 feet horizontal, all the way up on a 2 to 1 for this. For this one will be the same thing. We'll lose 4 to get for this stake. We'll lose 4 for this stake and 4 for this stake. Now, I want to be clear. Let you look at another one so that you will totally understand what I'm looking for. Notice that it says to determine the horizontal and vertical distance for your first stake above toe using the greatest practical dimensions. That's the multiples of 4. Use only a 4-foot vertical dimension above the first stake row. Write your answers first, write the number, then the letter, and finally followed by your answer. Use decimals instead of these little uh, tenths things like 6.3. Don't use that. Use decimals because you can't work with that. So finally followed by your answer. So while we're here, look at this. We start out at, now you're going to have to write these in. See, there's a place for you to write them here, but on your other problems, there's not going to be a place to write them. So you're going to have a deal where you'll have this slope will continue and you'll have a stake here, so you're going to have to give me the horizontal and you're going to have to give me the vertical. Horizontal, and just start right here, and vertical here is 3.4. You won't have to write this small, but that's what I want on the first stake only. First stake only. Rest of these, we're back to where we were. You know, we're back to everything's 4 foot going up here. So from this stake to this stake, you're 4 foot closer. Here you're 20 because we got rid of the 3.4. If you take that 3.4 from here, you're left with 20. Take 4 away, you're left with 16. Take 4 away, you're left with 12. Take 4 away, you're left with 8. Take 4 away, you're left with 4. So fill them out. Just fill 8, fill 4. I don't care if you put the decimals in there. I just want to know you understand this because this is really important. And by the way, do you know why we're looking for 4 feet? Well, we want something even. We certainly don't want 6 feet above each elevation. Do you know why? Because there's not many 7-foot people, and a 6-foot, I think the average eyeball height from the feet up is 5 feet something or another. So 4 feet gives us plenty of squat room, or, you know, it's not going to be where we have to stand on a ladder, that sort of thing. That's why we're doing that. Now then, let me take this out. I'm hoping that was helpful. Uh, I'm going to get back to the module, and I have to do it by closing that, opening that, I think. Yes. So, am I back to the module? I am indeed. Let's go take a peek at a quiz. I was looking at, Canvas has made a new kind of quiz, and it has, old guys like me get upset when changes are made, but I'm beginning to get okay with it. So we have this, we went through the quiz 4 assignment video. Now we're going to take a look at this quiz 5 just briefly. I think it may not even have that thing, but I still want to look at it. Make sure that you have been instructed correctly. See, these are multiple choice. This is not going to be hard for you, I don't think. The point where the slope reaches the top of the slope is the, guess what? Uh, this is an offset to toe stake is marked 10 feet. Now, I feel like you have covered this in the slope staking class. So I'm going to let you see this one. When that offset to toe or reference point to slope stake, either one, is marked like this, 10 feet. That means at 10 feet, I want you to fill 4/10. In other words, I want your toe stake to be 4/10 higher than your offset stake. And then it wants you to fill 3.4 at 2 to 1. What does this 0.4, what does that mean? Well, it means that the toe hub elevation is 4/10 higher than the offset hub. That's the answer we're looking for here. Now, yours is not going to have a mark correct, I don't think. But I'm looking for anything to do with that multiple of 4 things. Place your inches rule toe, shoot 4 foot plus 1 foot hike up to the highest stake and feel the reading you get is 5.1. Well, that goes back to the boot, doesn't it? Isn't it? So, what do? Lower the mark or raise the mark? Well, in this case, you lower the mark because you're shooting a 4. You want to shoot 4 foot. Now, this comes in handy when you're setting slope stakes. It's not necessarily a boot, but in a way, you have to think of it in that term. So if we're wanting 4 foot verticals and we take a shot and we read 5.1, we're too excuse me, we're too high, right? If we get 5.1, so we got to lower the mark on the stake so that we can read. See, the stake is up and we're shooting over here, so we can read 4 foot because that's what we want them all to be, 4 feet. So this will have uh, to be changed. This stake will have, because remember that first mark is something we just walk up there and put a mark on and then we take a shot. We want 4 feet, but if it reads 5.1, that means we got to lower the mark. I hope you recall that. It was gone over in your slope staking class video. Okay, that's all you get from that quiz, but I want to take a look at the other quiz. Yeah. Oh, let me go here. See, I'm still learning this thing. So it put me back where I wanted to be. Okay. Week 4. Week 4, week 4, week 4. I want to look at quiz 7 before I let you go. I got to click this guy. Now, in this video, where is it? Let's see. Here we go. We're going to have to do this. Look at this direction. Determine the horizontal and vertical distances. That's what I've just got through showing all of you. For your first stake above toe. In other words, you want to use the multiple of 4 thing, right? Using the greatest practical dimensions. Use only 4 foot vertical above the first stake row. So the first stake's going to be what it is. But look at this. This thing has a click deal here. I don't know. I better not click it. So this is your total fill. What's the highest multiple of 4 that can be subtracted from 20? Now 20 is not going to work. Okay. So let's say it's what would 16, because the next one up is 20. 20 is not going to work. So 16 from that leaves 4 would go here. And your ratio is 2, so 4 times 2, your horizontal is going to be 8. And that's all it is. Well, there it is right there. That's That's A. You're answering A. What goes in A? Well, looks like it's already there. And then what goes in B? That would be your vertical. And we decided that the vertical was 4. So it starts out 4 and 8, and it will continue 4 and 8. This one is a rare bird here. Uh, Here's one that's not a rare bird. This is more typical. What are you going to do here? Uh, well, you're going to take the highest multiple of 4 right here, which is 20, and that's going to leave 3 for your vertical, and 3 times 1.5 is 4.5. So there you go. So I think you'll get this. Give me a call if you just completely have one of those brain interruptions. I'll see if I can get you back on track, but I'm not going to take the test from you. That's okay. All right, let me get out of here. Make sure I can get out of here. No, it's not going to let me yet. Oh, all I got to do is this. There we go. So, I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to post it under, well, I think, uh, I think you'll see it right here. Here it is. Clarification week 4 assignment. That's where I'm going to put it. All right.